What's up, everybody? Despite the very slow news week we have, we still got a great show for you today. Today, we're only going to be talking about the Batman Beyond and the creators' call out to fans, us asking Warner Bros. To give us new seasons of Batman Beyond. That next. All right, welcome back to the Couch Consumer Network. Here we go over a wide range of topics in the medium of entertainment. I'm one of your hosts, Dark Fox. Before we get into the main stories, I have a shout out. My baby cousin Taylor, she had a birthday in February, and I just want to wish her a happy birthday. Let her know that I'm super proud of you, Tay. Keep up the good work, and I know you're gonna make it if you keep doing what you're doing. God bless you, girl. Next, we're moving on to the things to mention. First, we're going to touch on the Toronto Sports Arena. It looks like they're going to be spending $500 million, and the Who is going to be overactive media. So this arena is going to be able to seat 7,000 people. And that's absolutely amazing. And me, for one, I'm super happy to see gaming getting so much attention now. We all knew what everybody is starting to realize now is gaming is an art within itself. Next, we're going to be talking about the CEO, Jim Ryan, mentioning in a GQ interview that 1 in 4 owners of the PS5 didn't have a PS4. So he goes on to mention in an interview that he's really happy to see people being welcomed into the fold, becoming new PlayStation owners, which is good news for Sony, just because they've got a whole lot on their plate right now. The anti-bullying stance that they have now, that I've made loud and clear that I do not agree with. On top of that, the controversy with the drift in their controllers, them not being able to get the PS5 in the hands of consumers that want it. So they've got a lot on their plate, but it's good to see some good news coming to Sony. And lastly, this was actually going to be one of the main stories, but the author of this article decided to make it a dissertation instead of just an article. There was a whole lot to cover, but he went into painstaking detail whenever he wrote this, so I'll just summarize it. So the article is from Gaming Bolt, and the author is Premeth. In the article, he talks about how Sony is separating from their Japanese studio, like completely, and he's mentioned it's been happening over the course of at least a decade, so this shouldn't be anything new. However, with Japan being their second biggest market, this can't spell out good things for Sony. I'm not sure what's in their mind right now. Maybe they're getting hit from all angles and they're just kind of panicking. With Sony being so humongous, I don't really see that happening. In a earlier article that we went through, they, even though they're not selling as many PS5s, and a lot of that's due to them not being able to get it into the hands of consumers fast enough, which is a good problem to have, I guess. They sell a lot in subscriptions, which is more than making up for their lagging sales in consoles. I'm not sure it's a decision that's going to tank the company, which I'm more than sure it's not. I would really like to know what's going on in these executives' minds, just letting the Japanese market slip through their fingers like they're doing. All right, moving on to our main story is going to be Batman Beyond. So Batman Beyond, it came out when I was in my adolescence as a teenager, and it was a fantastic show. I was already in love with Batman the Animated Series. I love the art, I love the action, and even the slowed down parts where the world's greatest detective was doing his thing. I absolutely love those parts too. Now with Batman Beyond, it was more high octane. He had Bruce Wayne in his ear, but he was a half-cocked teenager, just kind of getting the hang of a new bat suit. But it was all fantastic stuff. The art style kind of stayed the same from the animated series, which I loved, but the story was a lot different. You were in a kind of futuristic cyberpunk setting, and somehow they were still dealing with the same teenage angst that, I was going through as a teenager. So it really kind of jived with me. And, on top of that, it was Batman. So I was happy to see it. But with the ratings not reaching expectations, the creators of the show are reaching out to the fans to start a campaign to get more episodes. But let's get to the article. All right, so Batman Beyond director says fans should campaign for a new series or movie. Batman Beyond's voice and casting director has told fans to begin a campaign if they'd like to see more of the animation in TV or movie form, but the cast and crew would like to. During IGN FanFest Batman Beyond table read, the panel was asked by fan Max McMillan whether we could expect to see a new Batman Beyond season or movie anytime soon. While the rest of the cast offered up shrugs, voice and casting director Andrea Romano gave a slightly more hopeful answer. It will depend on the fans asking for it until Warner Bros. Would be foolish not to. So they have to begin a campaign of sorts and just let Warner Bros. Know that that's what they want. Because we would like to make it. It will be great fun. We're all still around. We're all still available. Everybody's still doing beautiful work. So yes, please and thank you. The table read showed off quite how energized the cast still is about the show as they perform season 3 episode 5 Out of the Past in full. Romano explained that the cast and crew loved the episode because of how they managed to turn a joke about making Batman the musical into something of a reality, albeit one still grounded in the world of the show, and one that allowed the voice of a younger Bruce Wayne to make a brief appearance. The panel was also asked what their personal favorite episodes were from the show, with answers including The Call, which set up the Justice League animated series. Fantastic. Fantastic show. Amazing. And The Egg Baby, for its silliness and focus on real life teenage issues. The real question waiting to be answered is whether the cast will get to add a new favorite episode to that list. And they want you to ask Warner Bros. For just that. Hopefully one day we'll see more from Terry McGinnis and Neo Gotham. We'd certainly be in favor of a new outing. We previously called Batman Beyond one of the most memorable shows in kids' WB history and made an entire documentary about it, Batman Beyond, the classic that nobody wanted. There's much more to come from IGN FanFest, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Just a quick note on Justice League. My favorite episode is when Aquaman lost his hand protecting his son. That was so awesome. So Justice League is another one of my favorites. And it looks like they pulled some inspiration from Batman the animated series. They were drawn that way, you know what I mean? But anyway, I would absolutely love to see Batman Beyond a movie. I would absolutely love to see a movie from him, a live action movie. It would be part of the Teen Titan and Young Justice universe. You could throw Batman Beyond in there, Nightwing. I would love to see those. And even Red Hood. You could do so many things. There's so many IPs that you could pull from. So I have no idea why they're struggling to make movies. With Marvel, the same thing. They have such a huge Rolodex of fan favorites and even unknown heroes that they can pull from. So why they stick with just the normal fan favorites, I don't know. And that's why I'm really happy that Blue Beetle's coming out. Maybe that'll spark something that these executives are not seeing. Maybe if Blue Beetle does well, maybe they will do the Nightwing, the Red Hood, the Batman Beyond, the Teen Titans, the Young Justice. Maybe they'll do all that. So I'm really looking forward to it. Hopefully if this campaign kicks off, I want to be a part of it. But anyway, guys, that one was really short and sweet. Kind of just how I like it. Makes the editing really easy. But leave in the comments, let me know what you think about what's going on with Sony and the Japanese studios. And also, what do you think about the Toronto venue being open to in $500 million and seating 7,000, and how far gaming has come? Go ahead and leave all that in the comments. And while you're down there, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. It really, really helps us out. We really appreciate it. Well, you guys have a good day. Peace.